Good morning, sixth graders. Before we move on with author's purpose today, I want to make sure that you guys have a strong understanding of one of the ones that was really tricky yesterday. Flip to your exit ticket, passage 4. Trying to find the author's purpose. Why did the author write this? It is violent, cruel, and unusual to kill animals and use their meat and skin for our own tasty desires. Animals do not exist solely for humans to enjoy as food. Put down the chicken nuggets and pick up some healthy natural vegetables that are grown to keep our bodies healthy. There is no need to hurt another being just to keep your cravings satisfied. So which one first? Let's decide which one out of these 4 do you think it is. Go ahead and jot down inform, describe, persuade, or entertain. Yep, so this one is actually to persuade. The author is trying to persuade us because we can actually see he's telling us to do something. But wait, remember, we never just say persuade. A full author's purpose statement finishes in what is he persuading us to do? He is persuading us to, author's purpose is to persuade the reader to not eat meat. A lot of us put they want it to be eating healthy, but this isn't about eating healthy. He's saying it's so violent and cruel to kill animals. Animals don't exist for us to enjoy as food. And then this is a really strong piece of evidence here. He says, put down the chicken nuggets and pick up some healthy natural vegetables. This is my strongest piece of evidence because I read this and know he's actually trying to persuade the reader to do something. He's telling you to put down the chicken nuggets. So in order to get a 2 out of 2 for this passage 4, you needed to say persuade. You needed to make it a complete persuade statement and then also underline your evidence. Once you're done with that, flip to today's task. It says Tuesday Teacher Station. So here's our task we're working on starting today, and then we're going to have to finish it Friday and write about it. You have read 3 articles, each about one of the major monotheistic religions. Compare and contrast the author's purpose in each article. Be sure to include evidence to support your answer. So we are going to be reading 3 articles about the major monotheistic religions. One's about Islam, one's about Judaism, one's about Christianity, but they're all talking about totally different things, and they all have a very different purpose. So we're going to compare and contrast the purpose in each article. Today, your goal is to read all 3 and write down the purpose of each one. Follow along while I read the first one. Since I converted to Islam, I have found an inner peace and spiritual relationship that I was not given by any other religion. I spent a lot of time trying out new faiths, going to different churches and synagogues, wondering, why are we all here? What is the true meaning of life? While traveling to Tunisia, I entered a mosque for the first time, a mosque being an Islamic place of worship. If you haven't seen answers about this world yet and haven't experimented with Islam yet, you should carve out some time to visit a mosque, and I can almost guarantee that your experience will be as enlightening as mine. When you convert to Islam, your life becomes better. Your life becomes whole and complete. Wouldn't you want a spiritual relationship where God, or Allah as we say, speaks directly to you and always knows what's in your heart? For more information about the faith that will change your life, visit www.30factsaboutislam.com and learn more. What is the author's purpose? Again, don't just give the one word. So if he's trying to inform us about what? Give the whole thing and then underline evidence. When you're done, unpause the video and move on. Okay, now I'm going to read aloud the second one. You don't have to follow along the video from here if you don't want to read aloud. Just make sure that you fill out Article 2 and Article 3, purpose with evidence. The Torah is Judaism's most important text. It is composed of the 5 books of Moses and also contains the 613 commandments and the 10 commandments. The word Torah means to teach. Traditionally, a Torah is written on a scroll and then wound around 2 wooden poles. This is called a Sefer Torah, and it is handwritten by a sofer, or a scribe, who must copy the text perfectly. When in modern printed form, the Torah is usually called a Chumash, which comes from the Hebrew word for the number 5. Why did the author write it? Underline evidence. And then when you are done, go ahead and do the one that's about Christianity. Remember, your goal and exit ticket today is to have the author's purpose of all 3.